to shred, they say. I'm a shady lady getting through the day. Burning out, wigging out. Oh, I wanna cry, I wanna shout. What is this all about? Something about dreams. I knew I should have left town to be an exotic dancer. I don't think I ever claimed to have the answer. Just another bright day, burning freckles on my face. Checking around for any weapons on the subway. NYC never sleeps, they say. I'm a shady lady, I could sleep all day. You know I could. Burning out, wigging out. Oh, I wanna cry, I wanna shout. What is this all about? Something about dreams. Burning out, wigging out. Oh, I wanna cry, I wanna shout. What is this all about? Something about dreams.
My name is Strong Female Character, but most people call me Coffee. And I'm going to be your host for the first hour and a half or so of our Gotham virtual pop-up market. This is our first time doing this, and I'm so excited that we're trying something new and really branching out with what our Twitch channel can do. We have an incredibly talented league mate, Strange Neighbors, who is in a band, and she sent us some music that we wanted to play for you. Here is the music video for Cavities.
Is that where it starts for me? Okay, good. You're bad for my teeth. You give me cavities. I'm in agony. Truth be told, I'm rotting. Always fresh, never frozen.
Welcome back. I am so excited to introduce you to our first live vendor.
I'm ArDan, or Adrenaline. This is my partner, Dan, who some of you may know as Harmless. We co-own and operate ArDan Forest. We started at the beginning of this year intending to put costuming and armor under one roof and combine both our talents to work with the live action role-playing, reenactor, and cosplay communities. However, with 2020 being what it is and events being canceled, we switched the shop over to face masks. I started making masks back in pretty much end of March when the demand for cloth masks became clear, and I have not stopped since. What I have been doing is picking up fun fabrics, refining my designs, and making stuff that people really enjoy wearing. Right now, our Etsy shop, which we were planning to expand into accessories and other small pieces to supplement the custom work that we do, is mostly full of these guys. I have a variety of fabrics, a lot of the Halloween prints have continued to be super popular. I just sold the last couple of a skeleton fabric that I did a short run of that I'll do more of. And specifically for this occasion, I've introduced a Gotham Hive Mind bee print and a Diamond District Diamonds on Tiffany blueprint. I was looking for something to represent, Grand Central Terminators, my other team. And while I couldn't find a purple leopard print that I liked enough, because that is kind of our thing, or trains or what have you, I went with purple star charts because I have never in my life had as many conversations about astrology as I have since coming to Gotham. What I have up right now is a series of ready-made masks in adult mediums and larges. I also have a custom listing which carries up to extra large and as small as kid size. So those are able to be made fully custom. I also have a custom listing and a prepared listing for pleated masks. Everything is available with a filter pocket by request. All the custom listings are available with a filter pocket. The flat ones are. Some of the ready-made ones are and some are not, but anything can be customized based on your preference. I also put a lot of effort into choosing the most face-friendly lining fabrics. Do a lot of cotton batik because it washes well and tends to not wear or pill over time. So a lot of thought has gone into these because one of the things that I've learned in working in costuming is the most effective piece of equipment is the one that you wear. The best mask is the one that you will be comfortable wearing all day. And I've tried to do that. I can't really make any health claims about them, but there is a great deal of information out there to this effect.
I think that there's been this whole trend towards people figuring out how to make masks part of our outfits because we just have to do that. And sometimes it's safe to go out, but I still, want to express myself through what I'm wearing. And I think that you having fun prints really does that. But also, I don't know about you. I don't know how many masks you have that you didn't made, but a good 70% of the masks that I own do not have good fabric for touching my face. And I kind of wanted to hear a little bit more about that, how you came up with what really worked for that.
Trial and error, really. I had seen what some other mask makers were doing. I had tried out a bunch of fabrics on my own with stuff I was wearing. I tried flannel linings and I realized they washed extremely poorly because there was a while that flannel was being recommended for filtration purposes. But the problem with flannel is that it pills after too many washings. So the more you wash it, the more fuzzy and pilled it gets. Right. And it tickles. I found it extremely annoying.
It's worse if you have a beard.
I was going to say, does it also get really sweaty?
It Velcros
a little bit, yeah. In the summer, it's sweaty, but if you have a beard, it's like wearing Velcro on your face.
Yes.
So yeah, the other reason I went with cotton batik for a lot of these is that it's very tightly woven,
right?
Which means A, better effectiveness, and B, you don't feel the individual threads you don't feel the individual yarns of the fabric as much.
Okay.
It has to be tight in order to accommodate the batik process.
Right.
since that involves wax and surface applied dyes.
And that's also pretty important for at least one of the layers of the PPE too, right? Like having something that's tightly woven, because that helps a lot with the droplets.
Yep, tightly woven, and having two different fabrics is also supposed to increase efficacy, because the yarns of the fabric are in different places.
Okay, cool.
So it's like trying to filter, it's like trying to catch something using Swiss cheese. Less of the holes line up if you have the holes in different places.
Okay. And I looked really quickly at your Etsy. I noticed that you had different types of like fascinators to your head, ear loops,
Yes.
around the head masks.
The thing that I have liked about this particular mask pattern is that the outside edge is a channel, so it can accommodate either an elastic or a single tie or two ties. You can just thread it right on through. So that way, if you break an elastic, if it's not the right length, if you need to switch it out for whatever reason, you can. I like the elastics most of the time, but when after a couple of days, if my ears start to get sore, then the single tie is kind of nice, because this bottom part will go like around the back neck, and then you can pull and adjust.
Oh, that's so cool. Because I've known that, like, I've tried so many different things, and I have some back tie masks that are pretty comfortable, but like if I don't have my hair in exactly the right place and I'm not like tying the mask to my hair or something, it just like will not stay up. So I really like that idea of being able to cinch it like that, because it feels like it'll actually stay. Can you tell me a little bit about your other work? I know that it's not happening right now, but I would love to hear about the work that you've done for LARPing, and like maybe see something if you have it handy.
Basically, I mean, I've been working in the costume industry for over 10 years. I currently my day job is at a production house in Long Island City, where I was working on Hamilton, Lion King, Disney on Ice, a ton of other national and international tours. And when Broadway shut down, obviously that went away as well. We've been involved with LARP Dan's been involved in it for decades. I started only about 5 years ago, but I started to really enjoy the process. The process of costuming a character, because it's a lot like doing stuff for stage, only you're focusing on one personality, and you get to really tell a story with their look. Like every piece, every fabric, every layer can have a different part of the story. Like, let's say they have a certain set of colors that they're wearing to show affiliation with a group, or they've traveled to different parts of the world and they have trinkets or trims or armor pieces that they picked up in those different places. You can really tell a story that way through their garb. And I love that process. I love having that conversation with somebody. It's stimulating on a different level. It's like designing a whole show, but on a one person scale.
Right. It's so cool how you can take these different things that you're passionate about and put it into like different things that you're doing, both hobby and your own art, and then your professional work, because it's so clear to me how like this is what a costume designer does for a play too.
And function is the other big challenge, because when you design something for a LARP, those clothes get lived in. They get worn for 3 days straight. They have to be comfortable. They have to have utility. So
like this is a leather suit.
Same mold, sort of same shape. This is also extremely comfortable.
And behind is the plastic suit, which has the added benefit of being, jokingly, we refer to it as being the one piece of gear that you can wash easiest, because you take it out back and you get a hose, because it's made out of plastic and paracord, so it doesn't rot, it doesn't smell, it doesn't rust.
Okay.
And if you had a long weekend of wearing it for 24 hours straight in August, you go, I have a hose now, and it's clean.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm also seeing how easily this connects to mask making, because using those skills to make things comfortable that you have to live in and have to wear for protection. Like, I don't know, I sometimes have been working in person and I have to wear a mask for I don't know how many hours straight. And I have been to doctors. I have fallen asleep in masks. And it's like, you can't do that in everything. And
yeah,
like finding things that you can is like so key.
Definitely. And also, yes, wearability is a huge factor. Same thing with trying to sell someone on it who might not be on board, because I recently made a batch of matching masks for a friend's wedding. And
Okay.
it was, you know, it was going to be a matter of not only getting something that they would like, but something that their family members could be convinced to wear and keep on.
Mm.
They came out really adorable, and the pictures are great. But I like to think that it helped make their day both safer and more fun.
And you had the matching yarmulkes to go with it.
Yes, matching yarmulkes
Oh,
to go
that's
with the
so
masks.
cute.
Which was, oh my God, it was so fun.
I love that.
Yeah, it was a little octopus print, which, yeah.
That's so cute. Well, how can we support you? How can your community, beyond us just buying things, like what can we do to promote you?
Okay. Sharing the shop would definitely be key. I've gotten so many amazing sales. I've had people write me fantastic reviews and refer their friends and come back and buy stuff again and again. It's really exciting and gratifying. The other major thing would be to check out the Costume Industry Coalition.
Okay.
That is an organization made up of costume professionals of shops all around the area who have done work for Broadway and for some of these larger tours and stuff, and are just trying to stay afloat.
Mm-hmm. So your shop name is ArDan Forest.
Yeah.
You can search that, probably just Google that, but also just go to Etsy, search that. And I know that the Etsy algorithm really likes shops getting reviewed. So please, when you buy things from artists on Etsy, review it, because we need to make sure the algorithm supports actual small artists instead of larger companies using Etsy as a storefront, because in general.
And I love seeing photos. I love seeing, you know, the top halves of all your beautiful faces, but I love seeing anything I make being enjoyed.
National Grid is wasting paper.
everybody. Welcome back. And we are here with our second vendor today. We have Cosmic Faye, who is a cheerleader. Faye, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Cosmic Faye. I'm a cheer for Brooklyn. I'm wearing the tank right now. Very excited to be here today. And the shop, it's pretty new. Rozy Haze Studios, which it was literally just my Instagram handle. My middle name is Rose. It's my grandma's name, so it's kind of special to me. And yeah, the shop just started at the end of October. Right now, I just have a limited selection of autumn and winter holiday stuff, but we're gonna get more of that up, especially in the new year. I've got a lot of plans, and it's really exciting. And it started as a quarantine hobby that just kind of got out of control. And yeah, I like doing things that are sort of things that your grandma might like design-wise, but with a slight, punk derby twist. I'm really excited about this piece because today's actually Krampusnacht. It's always traditionally the day before St. Nicholas Day.
Okay.
And I made this piece. It's a Krampus dude. And it's inspired by old Weimar German postcards. So like from the 20s, when they were making interesting like silent movies. I majored in film, so a charming little Krampus. He's not, and he's very like Odin. He's got his antlers. He's carrying a child away to hell. And the phrase is "Greetings from Krampus" in German, which all of the postcards from that era say on them. So I thought that was a fun holiday treat. And yeah, there's a couple others that I've got. Our top seller right now is this "Make the Yuletide Gay," which I'm pretty proud of.
It's very cute.
I really like that one. And I also, and I also have this Hanukkah kitty. It's just Happy Hanukkah. It's the least irreverent of the bunch.
You know what? I love it. I showed my mom that last night, and I was just like,
oh.
Will you tell us a little bit how you got started with embroidery? Was it really at the beginning of quarantine?
It was something I was like interested in doing earlier, but it's the kind of thing where you're like, oh, I might get into that at some point, and then you never have time. It's a very adaptable form. I've done some things based on old medieval woodcuts, where I just like trace a woodcut and then sort of do my best at mimicking it. That's on my Instagram. There's a couple pieces like that. It's a very sort of, it's a lot more flexible than you might think. And I also love the idea of working in a medium that's traditionally very feminine. I'm pretty femme, I think, but making it a little bit, a little more fun, a little more spunky. And I mean, there's a lot of people doing that right now with subversive cross stitch and things like that. And I love that. And I just wanted to bring some of that to it, but also some of my like weird, nerdy goth pretentiousness with, again, medieval woodcuts. I think my favorite one is the one that's actually hardest to do because, I feel like that's just the nature of this sort of thing, is the Make the Yuletide Gay. I think this is a lot of work, but it's also just a lot of fun. And the design started out a lot more simple. It was just sort of black outlines of the letters. And then I kind of added onto it like as I was creating it. And that's another thing I love about the process is just things get more complicated while you're doing it. But like, it's okay because you love it. There's an early Danse Macabre piece I did that is on the Instagram. It's these ladies sort of dancing and it says, "These knaves are killing my own vibe." And they're dancing with skeletons. There's a lot of really neat embroidery out there. As I've been kind of going on this journey, I've been just like finding more and more cool stuff. And it's easy to get kind of a little bit jealous of like, oh, I don't know if I could ever do that, but also just to be like, wow, I want to be that good someday. I find that really inspiring. And I think it's even if it's not something that you directly want to be involved in, it's definitely cool to look at. I'm about to start grad school for libraries and archives, and I just think it's really important that we preserve our history, especially marginalized groups. This is like really weird and academic to say, but I think it's important. I like focusing on queer history especially. So support your local galleries, libraries, and archives and museums. They're very important.
No, and that's really clear through your art. Basically, like, I know this is, I mean, maybe this is me getting too academic and how I'm terming this, but like queering medieval art through embroidery and expressing medieval queerness through what I think has already been kind of reclaimed as a very queer art form, at least in our current social media era, is so cool. I really love the concept of it, and I think your art is beautiful. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Our next artist today is Suki Tawdry from PoorlyFormed.
Hi, everyone. Suki Tawdry, former cheerleader for the Brooklyn Bomb Squad. And I'm here to talk about my little art side business, which is actually the reason why I retired from cheerleading in the first place. I've been doing art pretty much all my life. But 2017 is when I started taking it kind of seriously. And I started like selling some prints and stickers. I started doing comic book and anime conventions. And it just kind of grew from there. And as I started doing more and more conventions, it just kind of took over my life for a bit. In addition to the conventions, I started selling online, first on Etsy, and then earlier this year, I finally opened up my own shop on my own site, just because I already had it. So I was like, I might as well put it to use. So probably like 90% of what I do is explicitly queer themed, and the other 10% is implicitly queer themed. Like if you're asking yourself like, is this gay? Then yes, it is gay.
I feel like that's a good rule of thumb for fan art anyway. Yeah. But also I'm seeing a lot of Good Omens fan art here, and I feel like that's lends itself to being very gay fan art pretty easily. Yeah.
I got sucked deep into the Good Omens hole last year, so a lot of what I've done in the past year has been Good Omens themed. I'm starting to branch out a little more, like into like more of my other interests now, but it's still pretty heavy there. Like I said, I've been drawing pretty much all my life. Actually, in college, I went back and forth between, do I want to do a fine arts degree or do I want to do a graphic arts degree? And eventually I went with graphic arts, and that's what my main job is. Like, I'm a graphic designer. I guess like 2016, I went to New York Comic Con, and a friend of mine had a table in the artist alley there. And so I went to see her, and she's like, I don't understand why you don't do this stuff. She's like, you could, like, it's so easy, and like your stuff's good enough, and I'll give it a shot. And I got a table at it's a local I don't know if you've heard FlameCon.
Yeah.
It's held in New York City. I got a table at the second one there, and I did really well, and so that was also really encouraging. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll do something with this. And it just kept growing, and I just kept applying to more and more cons and accepted to more and more cons, and it just kind of just took off from there. So like the mainstream comic conventions, which are very, cishet male dominated, and I would have like all my queer items up, and I'd have, kids come up and like, oh my God, you have all these things that like nobody else has here. And they'd get really excited because they'd see their identities represented. And it's always just like, ah. And sometimes you get like parents who would buy this stuff for their kids, and I'd just be like, ah.
Oh, that's so cute.
My favorite thing is definitely my tote bags, because I don't know about anyone else, but I'm completely addicted to tote bags. And my issue is always finding ones that I thought were big enough and secure enough. And I finally found a manufacturer who makes these beautiful tote bags with that. Not only do they have a zipper on the top, but they also have like an inside pocket.
Oh, they have a zipper on it? That's so, oh my gosh.
I actually have one here at the show. So you can see it has like a zipper.
Okay. So zipper at the top.
Zipper at the top, and then a little pocket.
I love that.
So you can put like your keys, your chapstick.
Oh my God, that's like the biggest.
And it's like a pretty decent size. So the disaster ones, I have like 9 different identities. And then I also have a bunch of like fandom ones. Like I have Adventure Time, Marvel, Harry Potter, Good Omens, Magicians, She-Ra. Those are also my best sellers at conventions too, because people, they buy so much stuff in the artist alley and they have nowhere to put them, and they're like, tote bag.
How do you decide what fandoms to feature?
It just really comes down to what inspires me. You just get that itch to create for something for it. And you're like, I gotta make all the things. For those of you who have seen Good Omens, or even if you haven't seen Good Omens, I'm sure you've heard the expression, how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. So I did a little standee of Aziraphale and Crowley from Good Omens dancing on the head of a pin.
I see. Oh my gosh.
I was like, this is such a dumb idea, but I love it.
There's something about fan art that I love so much more than a lot of official merchandise, because I feel like it actually speaks to me as a person instead of just being like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time, and this does not track for indie artists, but for more mainstream TV shows and just like geeky books in general, the artist creating them doesn't get to have a lot of say in the merch. And it sometimes ends up tracking to a little less creativity in the merch. And like, I'm really liking how what you're doing is like, it's beautiful. And it's also very much like both something that I would want to wear or have in a bag and wear out of the house, but also just food ones.
Oh,
Yes.
my little ode to Korean food. The little series I made called Mashiseyo, which is Korean for it's delicious.
Okay.
And I basically got the idea because, I was doing all these anime cons, which, being anime, a lot of people are really into Japanese themed things. And I kept seeing, people made products for like Japanese food themed, like buttons and pins and stuff, but I never saw anything for Korean food. And I was like, but Korean food's so great. Because I'm half Korean. So I was like, I have to represent here. And the button set also, on the sides of the buttons, it has like little facts about Korea. So
oh, cool.
And they're all different. So they're all randomly chosen. So you could buy like 5 different button sets and they'd all have different facts on them. There's this Facebook group called Virtual Artist Alley Convention Pop-Up Sales, where both artists can advertise, their products, but also people, who normally go to conventions to buy things can go in and like, I'm looking for, Doctor Who items, show me what you have. So I've actually gotten a lot of sales from that group. So that was really nice.
What is the thing that you've come up with in a product form, whether it's something that you're selling right now or not, that has like been your favorite to create?
Probably my cupcake pride pins. I love cupcakes. And I had been looking for a cupcake pin and I was like, how has nobody made this yet? And I was like, well, maybe I'll just make it.
Oh, they're sparkly.
Really they're all glitter. And they're tiny too. They're only like wait, I have one here. So they're small and subtle. And also I've had people say, I'm queer or I'm trans, but I'm not really out to anyone, but I still want to show my pride. So this is kind of like a nice little subtle way to show, you can wear it about anywhere and people are like, oh, it's a cute cupcake.
Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed talking to you and seeing some glittery cupcakes.
Yeah. Thank you.